All right, so Yoon's talk number 11. 5 things that I wish I knew about the Navy, about the military before I joined. So this is a quick video. 5 things. Number 1, there are just immature people. Like, I understand, people grew up, these individuals grew up in an immature area, immature, background, come into the Navy, come into the military, and, you're in boot camp for 2 months. 2 months doesn't really change your habits, change your attitude. And then, they get off to the fleet, and whenever you tell them to do something, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to do the work. I just, why can't a day be, free day where I just sit around and do nothing and still get paid? And like some people, like if they're always late, but they don't even get in trouble for being late. Like, you should be early to be on time, right? That's what I thought being in the military. But these people, some of these people are always consistently late. And it's just crazy how some of these people react. I could go on and on, but I'm just going to cut it off there. So number 2, some people get better orders than others. Like, there are people that I know get Italy in for 5 years, and they don't even have to wear military uniform. They wear civilian uniform because they work in that kind of area where they want to be blended in with the civilian population. They don't want to stand out being a military personnel in a foreign country. Or, some people get in 5 years in Hawaii, 5 years in like Japan, 2 years here, 3 years there. You further your education. And if you're in California, you might get orders to much more schooling than other people. There are rumors that maybe it's ASVAB score, but from my experience and from my knowledge, it's not. It's just a luck of the draw. So that is that. Some people just get better orders than others. Number 3, recruiters only know about recruiting. Like they try their best, but for the most part, like if you ask them, hey, what's RPOC? Hey, what's AROC do? They're not gonna really know. Boot camp always just changes, which is understandable, but you have to understand recruiters are trained to recruit. At the end of the day, they have to fill numbers and they go home to see their family. Some recruiters care more than others. Some recruiters do, but for the most part, recruiters are just know about recruiting and whatever jobs that they had in the Navy while they're in, like in the past experience. All right, so number 4, being on a ship on their way, it's a little bit scary sometimes. Just think about, like, if you fall, when you're in the middle of nowhere in the ocean and you fall into the ocean, like the statistic was, like, if you're in there for 8 minutes or more than 8 minutes, there's a good chance you're going to die. You're going to die of hypothermia because the water is that cold. You might think it's like your normal beach water, but no, it's not. When you're out there in the middle of nowhere in the sea and you fall in, there's a good chance that you might not make it back alive. All right, so that is kind of scary to think about. And also, like, there was like a recent news about Iran testing its missiles above one of the ships, U.S. ships. Like, if that missile hit, boom, and you're in the ship, you're just kind of minding your own business, maybe eating, and then boom, a missile hits, boom, you're dead. That's scary to think about. All right, so number 5. The last thing is about education, about, having a degree. When I first met my recruiter, sat down with him, I said to him, hey, is it possible, is it realistic that I'll have a college degree within 5 years? Within my time, 4 years in the Navy. I said 4 years. And he said, yeah. But the reality of it is, it's not. Most commands, they want you to focus on your job for the first year. Right? For the first year, they want you to focus on your job. They don't really want you to focus on other stuff like college and all that kind of stuff. Some commands have exceptions, but for the most rule of thumb, it's 1 year. And then now, let's say you go on deployment, because the goal of a sailor is to be on a deployment. And let's say the deployment's like 6 months, and you do that twice, let's say. That's 2 years right there. Now you have 2 years, and then you work in those 2 years, you work, up to 11 hours. Like, this week I've been working 11 hours a day for 4 days straight. And then, when you're trying to take care of other things in life, it gets a little bit difficult. And if you have family, where you have to balance relationship, now you have to balance, feeding your kid, all that kind of stuff, it gets hard. It gets hard. So, that's just 5 things that I wish I knew before I joined the Navy, before I joined the military. Now, I'm not trying to discourage anyone from joining. I'm not trying to scare anyone from joining. Those are just the random 5 things that I thought about that I wanted to tell you. So, thank you for watching. If you have any more questions or comments, leave it in the comment section down below. Press that like button, subscribe for more, and I hope you have a great Navy day.